Hey, and welcome to my first video, or my first video with a voiceover, that is. I do have a couple more videos on my channel. And today I'm going to be doing a character redesign. And this character is very important to me. This is a redesign that I've been thinking about for a while. But very recently I played Legend of Zelda Windwaker for the first time, and I fell in love with the character Tetra. And Tetra as a character was fiery and angry and was gonna fight you all the time. And then when she became Princess Zelda, all of that kind of changed. And a lot changed. You can see in the reference picture that I brought up, like, most notably, like, her skin color changed, which was kind of weird. The hair color changed, and even so much as, like, her personality. Like, you can see it in the poses in the reference. Tetra is very confident and with a very confident posture, and Zelda has more of a gentle, soft, welcoming posture. And like, for me, who loves Tetra so much, that's just wasn't who she was. So I decided to do this redesign. So what you see here is my initial sketch for this character. I had a lot of problems with the anatomy. I was trying to style match the original art, so you'll see me resizing limbs and such. But I wanted to give Tetra the design I think she deserved, and I just wanted to try and see how I would design her differently. So what I have here is it's Tetra. She's in her fighting pose, her I'm gonna fight you every day pose, but she's also wearing the Princess Zelda outfit. And who's to say that we can't have a princess who's gonna fight you all the time and punch you in the nose? But what I wanted to get across for this character is that she may be still wearing the Princess Zelda stuff and look like Princess Zelda, but she's still her. She's still Tetra. So I gave her this fighting pose with, she's got her fists punching. I'm gonna draw a sword in there eventually. And her hair, she put her hair back up because you can't fight real well with your hair all long and in the way. All the head stuff is gone because that can just be taken off. And I did draw her with her pants. And I understand that where Tetra / Zelda was in the game when she turned into Zelda was not really, like, in a place that she could get her pants back. So I'm aware of that. I'm just, if I would have designed her, I would let her keep her pants. So the line work for this was particularly difficult because, like I said, I'm trying to style match the original artwork, and this line style is completely different from what I do normally. So it took a lot of time, even sped up with this speed paint. It still feels so slow and clunky because it just took me a long time and a lot of slow, careful strokes to get it just right. And I think one of my favorite features of this redesigned Tetra, you can see it a little bit, but you'll see it more when I get down there to do the lines, is that she's got half of her skirt pulled up and tucked into her belt, and she's got that little drape in the front, like, folded up and tucked into that belt as well. The original sketch that I did had both sides tucked up into the belt, but I decided to change it just kind of thinking about what the game itself could handle in terms of like if this was really gonna be 3D modeled and put in the game engine, like what would the game be able to handle polygons wise. So I left half of it down because I think that would be a little bit easier for the game to handle. I also kind of like it better. I think it looks a little cooler. And like I said, she's got her pants. My main, I think, inspiration for this was just the amount of disparity there was between the two in-game models that were both supposed to be Tetra. Like, Tetra's got this darker skin and this darker hair, presumably because she's a pirate and she's on the ocean all the time, so her skin's really dark. She gets a lot of sun. But I just felt like, and when I played the game, it surprised me how much it changed, but that they would feel the need to change the skin color and the hair color, like both of them, just because she became Princess Zelda, felt like a little bit much. And to be completely honest, the design for Princess Zelda would probably be just completely fine if they just changed her skin and her hair color to be the original colors for Tetra. But that's no fun. So we want to do a full redesign of all of the bits and baubles that go into her. So what I'm doing now is I picked the colors for the skin and hair from the Tetra art and the clothing from the Zelda art. Now, I forgot our little armbands. Now, there's a thing, for those of you who don't know, called comparative color, and it's that colors look different depending on what color's the next to. So, because Zelda's skin and her hair were so much lighter than Tetra's, and I know it doesn't look like there's too much lighter in the reference picture, but they are a lot lighter in the game. Because of that difference, the colors for the clothing for Zelda match those colors like the colors for Tetra match her skin tone. So what I had to do for coloring this one actually was, for the pinks, I had to adjust to be a little bit more red, just slightly warmer to unify the picture a little better. It's not a big difference, but just before and after, it made a huge difference, like, with how the picture looked. Like, it doesn't feel disjointed. For the pants, the original pants for Tetra were just kind of a blue-based gray-white, and that would have been okay. That was okay for Tetra's clothes, but because Zelda's clothes were more warm colors, pinks and golds and stuff like that, I had to adjust Tetra's pants color to be a yellow-orange based gray instead, which you can see here if you like comparing them with your eagle eyes or something. And that one was a big change. That really affected how the pants looked with the rest of the piece. And I guess I could have made like a stylistic choice, like, oh, the pants look bad in a different color because they're not supposed to be there. They're an added part of the costume. And I could have done that, but I thought it was because they're Tetra's pants. They're the pants that she likes, so it would make sense that they match her. So that's what I did for that. So we're coming up on the final details here. For the shading, you'll see in a second, the shading for the original art's fairly simple. It doesn't look too nuts or anything, so I just used a gray on a different layer, made it a clipping mask, and set it to multiply, down the opacity, and there you go. Easy shading. So I did that pretty much everywhere. And I kind of messed up on the shadows a little bit. Don't look too hard at them. But the shadows were fun. They just added a whole bit of depth to the picture that it was lacking. And it just made it look so much nicer. And then even better was the detailing and the glow on the neck bit, the metal neck bit for her collar, and the sword and the belt, which you'll see in just a sec here. That one, I believe, I used an overlay filter for that one, and it just made everything come together and look so nice and so, like, it added depth to the picture, which I really appreciated. And the last thing that I did for this picture was added a monochromatic noise to all of the color. You can't really see it super well in the video, but the art has this noise over it, and adding it to the color just helped so much. And, well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope you stick around for any more. Bye!